I'm going to show you how to do, for a toe-up sock, the short row technique for making the toe. First thing you do is you do a provisional cast on. I happen to use the crochet cast on and picked up my stitches. The first row you purl back, and when I'm doing that, this is mounted differently than I typically have my stitches mounted for my style of knitting. So I'm actually purling through the back of the loop to correct that. And see, this one's mounted correctly for my style of knitting, so I'm going to purl it in a typical fashion. So you got to do what you got to do to, when you pick up stitches, you do want to notice that whether it's mounted differently or the same for your style of knitting, and act appropriately. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is slip as if to purl. I'm going to knit across the stitches and hopefully keep you on camera while I'm doing that. Or not you on camera, me on camera. Okay, I'm going to knit all the way across the stitches until there's only one stitch left on the needle. And then I'm going to do the wrap and turn technique. Now, what that means is I'm going to bring the yarn to the front, slip this stitch over, put the yarn to the back, slip the stitch over, turn my work, and if you'll notice that this working yarn is wrapped around the base of this stitch, which is exactly what I want in a wrap and turn. I want this stitch wrapped around there. That's how I get my wraps. Now I'm going to purl back, and it's easy to tell whether you're on the knit side or the purl side because the purl side has bumpy fabric and the knit side has smooth fabric. So what I'm doing is what you would call flat knitting. I know eventually I'm going to be knitting on the round, but right now I'm just knitting back and forth in a stockinette type way. And when I get over here on the purl side till there's only one stitch left, I'm going to do my wrap and turn on the purl side, which yarn to the back, slip the stitch, yarn to the front, slip the stitch back over, turn the work. And once again, you can see how that working yarn is wrapped around the base of that stitch. Something that it would be very natural to want to correct this wrapping because that is not only is that useful when you're doing a wrap and turn. Now we're going to knit back. And when we knit back, we're going to knit back until there are 2 stitches left on there. Remember last time there was 1? Well, now we want to, so what we want to do is keep going in on each end. So that first there was 1 on this end and 1 on this end, then there was 2, there'll be 2, then 3, then 3, 4, then 4, and so on, for as many as it takes to do what you're trying to accomplish. So now with my 2 stitches there, I'm going to do my wrap and turn, yarn forward, slip, yarn back, slip the stitch over. And this is the first half of forming the toe. So this would be one side of the toe. So when I purl back, I'm going to, and I'm trying to stay on camera, till there's 2 stitches. Some people, they can do it and remember. Others use like a little tick mark on the paper. You could actually look and see these wraps at the base of the stitches, but depending on the color yarn and how good the eyes are, it's actually a lot easier just to keep count, I think. Okay, now I've now knit until there are 3 stitches left. Do the wrap and turn. And normally I would do a few more wrap and turns because how many unwrapped stitches you leave in the middle is what determines how pointy or blunt the toe of your sock is. But I want to keep this video a little bit shorter, and I'm going to stop after 3 on each end. So here's 3. Okay, so that's how you would work the first half. And you would leave an unwrapped number of stitches in the middle that would determine how pointed the toe is. So I know that I wrapped, there's a wrap at the base of this one, and this one, these three. There's no wrap at the base of this one. So what I want to do is knit across all the unwrapped stitches, however many that is. Okay, now I'm doing the second half of the toe at this point. So I'm going to go and I'm going to find the wrap that's at the base of this stitch. Hopefully you can see that little green stitch that's at the base of this purple stitch. That's the wrap. So what I want to do is pick up that green wrap and that purple stitch, and I want to knit those two together. Then I'm going to do my wrap and turn on the next stitch. This is called picking up your wraps. I'm going to turn the work. Now, this stitch here that I just finished wrapping around, it's going to have two. Once you've done the very first beginning of this part of it, each stitch will have two wraps. So you will actually pick up two wraps and knit that together with a stitch. The first time you do it, of course, you only have the one wrap down there. Okay, so now on this purl side, there's only one wrap down here. And I'm going to take that wrap and that stitch that was on the needle and purl them together. And then do the wrap and turn. Turn my work. Okay, we're now, if you notice before where we were adding one to the ends, now we're decreasing until we get to like there's no stitches. So this one here has, hopefully you can see them. Oops, let's get that out of the way. See, there's two wraps here at the base of this yellow stitch. Okay, so it looked like that with these two wraps down here. So I want to knit this yellow stitch and those two wraps all together. Okay, so there's those two purple stitches and that yellow one. And now I've done that, and I'm going to do the wrap and turn. Some patterns will have you do a slip stitch at the beginning and not do that final slip back over. I just find it easier to do it all from the one side. If you really break it down, they are doing the same technique. They just turn the work in a different spot. Oops, let's get you on camera here. Okay. So these two wraps down here at the base with that red stitch that was on the needle all along, that's what we're purling. And I'm going to stop it here and explain well, not explain, but show you what this toe looks like. Because at this point, you see, there's your toe. This wrap and turn has caused this curled fabric that's nice and solid. No seam, no Kitchener. And, you know, I had left a lot of unwrapped in the middle. That's why this is quite, you know, so long. If I had done less, then it would be a little more pointy. And that's the toe, starting a toe up. The next step, once I've finished all the wraps, would be, which I had just about done, would be to take off this crocheted strand, take those live stitches and put them on 2 double points, and then this would be my 3rd needle, and I would now have knitting in the round, and I would be ready to go round and round and round and make my sock. Thank you.